Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your monthly reading for December. Firstly, happy birthday, all you wonderful Sagittarians who have already had your birthday, because of course we are in your season. I hope you had the most magical time indeed. And of course, happy birthday to all you wonderful Sagittarians whose birthday is yet to come. Again, I hope you have the most spectacular time and enjoy your season. I can't believe we're here already, but here we are. The winding down of another year, 2025, the year of the snake, which has literally been full of transformation, of challenge, breaking the patterns to find your way, to really make sense of things. And of course, let's face it, you certainly had to embrace your personal power this year to learn how to adapt. Now, you may not be feeling like it, but you're totally entering December like a boss, like a warrior or warrioress, because you've been through some stuff. And now the karmic rewards take place. But it's not over yet, although November did bring a few course corrections due to 5 planets being retrograde. The planets shift gears this month to thrust you into more positive outcomes. For December, of course, has arrived in all its glory, and we've officially moved into your sparkly season, my beautiful Sagittarians. It's time to rewild, to lean into your spontaneous side, and envisage new adventures for your future. This is the month to really brace duality and exist in 2 worlds. Now, the first world is where you will live in the moment, make that final push of accomplishment, then release all the pressure of the year gone by. Engage in meaningful conversations, get lost in music, be more active, and say yes to impromptu events and leave your comfort zone. Now, the second world is where you allow your mind to wander for your future, exploring all the new possibilities, reimagining what life can be, setting new goals, and expanding on current ones. Because, of course, your season, it encourages wanderlust. So you might just book a spontaneous vacation or even that course that you've been looking into. For although December winds down the year, it's an exciting portal to a new beginning, a gateway to the fire horse year that lies ahead in 2026. And what better way to set yourself up for 2026 than to exit through your gift shop of life, my beautiful Sagittarians? You know, what are you checking out and taking with you for 2026? I mean, looking at the sun energy there, you just want to be happy. You just want to simplify life. You want to do more things that bring you joy. You want to shine a spotlight on all the things that you can course correct to set yourself up for a win. But of course, what are you leaving behind? What is firmly left on the shelf to gather dust as you speed away into your successful, abundant future? Now, Uranus retrograding Taurus will help you discover a bargain financially this month to keep an eye on your finances, to avoid any future shocks. And the final supermoon of the year occurs on the 4th of December. It's going to be in the sign of Gemini, which can get a little bit chaotic, so you'll be rushing around, running errands to get everything done, spinning all the plates. And you may also feel a little distracted as you assess it all, reviewing your life choices and potential options for the future, as well as identifying what you have been tolerating and what you no longer wish to accept. so that you can be free to recharge and reset. Now, the Gemini influence may increase that deep desire to be more sociable and lean into community as well, especially since your 7th house is influencing you, my beautiful Sagittarians. That's all about partnerships, relationships, friendships, community, leaning into gatherings or finding yourself at events that bring you joy or add that extra sparkle to your life. These could be pop-up events, but basically it's, okay, that's about keeping your diary action-packed and full there on things that actually connect with you. Now, of course, this period, ultimately, you'll be making decisions that protect your well-being. Choosing mindfulness over drama, critical thinking helps you listen differently too, especially to your heart. Okay, and the whisperings of what it yearns for. And of course, this is about breaking free from any limitations to step into the realm of possibility. Now, there is always the law of balance, and December isn't going to be the easiest end of the year, but there are still some chaotic planetary shifts occurring. But there's so many good things as well that are happening. But some of the triggers may cause misunderstandings or clashes with those close to us, and even amplify people's erratic quirks because the pressure is on, and it may cause frustration as we close out the year. But this too shall pass, of course, as Jupiter and Venus get up close and personal, making it the perfect time to spread the love. And if you're looking for love, find the love. And of course, spoil those that you hold dear with your love. Now, Mercury is finally direct. Yay. I mean, let's face it. This last retrograde has been a bit of a doozy, but now you are given the cosmic thumbs up to move ahead without delay or chaos on any plans or projects. Now, in terms of world events, and please fast forward this part if you really don't wish to hear it, Pluto is now deeply bonded to Aquarius, and of course it will be with us until 2043. That's a long time. But this alignment, it demolishes systems which are crumbling or no longer working. Okay, now partnered with Uranus retrograding in the sign of Taurus, this means revolutionary changes for tangible structures in society, like governmental structures, people being removed suddenly from government positions, healthcare, technology, and banking systems. Now, you may have noticed in your own private life that structures, things that were a routine are starting to break down, or you're letting go of things that are not working for you anymore. You feel stifled or limited by them. This is like a bit of a cosmic reset personally as well. So I want you to be aware the energy affects us all. That's the year of the snake. You've been shedding. And of course, now you're setting yourself up for the win. I can see that with that 6 of Wands that's coming out there for you. But, 2025 was a gateway year. The introduction, of course, there is more to come as we switch to new systems. So we could see a sudden digital glitch with an app or payment systems, social media issues, power outages, technological kind of collapses as new systems are tested. This, of course, will pass. I'm not here to make anyone worried. It's just something that you're going to notice. Maybe some sort of social media platform suddenly stops working. It'll just pass, right? Market corrections as well after a sudden peak could revolutionize the way we, exchange finances. And of course, there may be debates around that, triggering some refusal from society and a demand for more freedom. And of course, Uranus is a very volatile planet. And as the sun is in your sign, it will clash with Saturn. Now, this may affect you a little bit. So right about the 16th, you may be a little bit cranky. So just watch out for that. Be a little bit more compassionate with yourself there. But of course, this will be in the sign of Pisces. Saturn will be in Pisces, and of course Sun is in Sagittarius, which on the 16th, incidentally, is a Tower card. So we could witness a global shockwave that makes us really sit up and pay attention. I keep seeing a serious water-related event kick-started by an underwater volcanic activity. The image keeps coming, so that means it's very close now. Something they may literally shake the foundations of buildings. I'm not saying it's for December, but perhaps we will witness a shaking of things to come. Now, Uranus could also bring the sudden removal, as I mentioned, of a leader due to controversy. That could be anybody, because there's a lot of controversy right now around leaderships. And of course, I see a well-known public figure who led a country, as well as a well-known singer, draw their final breath, be celebrated for their service, and of course, being the voice of an era. We'll also see increased debate around solar flare activity, disrupting energy fields. Magnetic poles are shifting. This is documented truth at this moment, affecting jet streams and ocean currents. Now, this could affect travel communication systems during this period and cause delays. Of course, just in time for holiday season. It's always the way. But 3i Atlas also will make some very unusual shifts that will be of note on the 19th of December that make defense systems keep a close eye on it. And of course, as always, as we close out the year, your personal focus will actually turn more to where you feel like home. You'll find a stillness in personal reflection. This time of the year, everyone will be celebrating their accomplishments. And remember, if you've been exhausted this whole year, navigating plot twists, or just managed to drag yourself out of bed this year and find some sort of stability, this is still progress. And Saturn's karmic boomerang will actually reward you and arm you with opportunity for the new year ahead. And as Mars enters the exalted position of Capricorn, there could be a last-minute success. I see it here for you that puts you in the best position for your future. Now, you'll leave the year working out who you want to be, what you want to achieve, but also what kind of world you want to exist in. What are you taking with you and what is firmly left behind? You're in the hot seat to decide this. Karmic debt will deliver the rewards you deserve in the year ahead to light up your world, set your soul on fire, and be excited by all the good stuff to come. And there is good stuff. I want you to be aware of that, okay? So we have, I'm just going to get all the cards in the upright because I only read the upright energy. I do see a lot of you are spending this month because you go from a 10 of Pentacles to a 5 of Pentacles. That means you do still manage to have some sort of savings, but I feel like your emotional spending with that 2 of Cups there, people that you hold dear, even reinvesting in self. But I want you to be aware that, of course, your financial pot will be replenished there. We have that 6 of Swords. You've definitely been tested, but you are coming out of a very testing period for you, and there is definitely something to celebrate. 6 of Wands is a win, a big win there. Now, I would say with the Sun energy, this is your personal protagonist energy. I feel like you are trying to reach for more happiness in your life. You're really looking at your life at what brings you joy. And a lot of you, of course, it is close interactions. You're going to lean into some sort of fun activity or gatherings with people, events. You're going to be more sociable, that's for sure, because your 7th house is actually influencing you to do that. And the Sun indicates that you're casting a critical eye on your life right now in order to look at where you feel happy and where you could, basically cut some things out that perhaps have weighed you down a little. Yes, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. That 10 of Pentacles, you may have some extra family responsibilities during the month of December there, but you love doing it because you love the person, because the 2 of Cups is there right now. I feel some of you, if you're looking for love, this is a great month to find love and meet a person who basically loves to travel, someone who's really invested in the relationship and actually wants the same couple goals as you. And I feel this person actually could be a high-level commitment for you, okay? So I definitely see there that that is on the cards view, okay? Also, I see a lot of wands in your reading, so this is telling me about your energy levels being higher than usual. I feel like you just want to enjoy the sparkle, live in the moment, be spontaneous. Yes, you've gone through a lot of personal growth, but I feel this is you having the energy to, be aware of what you're holding on to that needs to be released or anything that has been causing a limitation in your life. And of course, illumination indicates that you may be keeping a close eye on your finances because the 10 of Pentacles is there. So that means you're going to source a deal. It means that you're going to find a way to invest your finances in things that you value or that other people will value as a gift if you're gifting this season. I just see a lot of spending energy, but you still are left over with some finances there. For some of you, if you're in a career where you get paid a little bit early, because I feel this energy of people being paid a little bit earlier in December, okay, this may mean that on the other side, you'll have to wait a little bit longer for your finances in January, okay? So I feel like taking a measured approach to your finances is very savvy, and I see that you're doing that, okay? Now, if you work for yourself, I feel it's kind of the same thing. There's a large portion of finances here with that 10 of Pentacles, so either you pay yourself earlier or you give yourself a larger chunk of the pie, as it were. I see that, you're going to invest in things that make others happy as well as yourself, and going out spending, just enjoying yourself, having moments like beverages, parties, being more sociable. But the sun energy is you trying to leave the year on a very optimistic note and trying to bring just a little bit more focus on your needs, on reciprocity, and of course, things that you're trying to attract into your life. You're giving a lot of energy in the month of December there. Now, if you do work for a company, this is a time of recognition for you. I feel there could be some nice little financial surprise there. Now, I got to be honest with you, from a 10 of Pentacles to a 5 of Pentacles, it can indicate that you go above and beyond in whatever working environment you find yourself in, okay? You give it all, your whole energy to your cause and to your sense of purpose. But you may feel that the money is not reflected in exactly the amount of work that you're doing. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you're trying to sustain yourself there, and your needs will be met financially, of course. You're working hard for it, but you may do a little bit of assessing as to how much effort that you're making and the amount of money that comes your way. And some of you with that 5 of Pentacles, you may look at alternative sources of income. So this could be seasonal work, or it could be that you are looking further afield for more money. When you have the 5 of Pentacles, this can indicate that you actually have a hidden talent or an overlooked talent that you could make some extra finances with, okay? But also, I feel this is the alternative. It can indicate that you're drawing attention to, being really grateful for what you have and what you're working hard for, but is there space for more? Well, of course, the answer is yes. I feel a lot of you have your mind on increasing your finances, so you could be looking around for alternative opportunities, putting your resume out there, or quietly just seeing with that sun energy if there's anything out there for the new year. And I feel a lot of you with that 6 of Swords energy, you could be transitioning towards a new role or opportunity where you are in the hot seat, you're celebrated for your gifts, you get to nurture your skill set, and you advance in your finances. For some of you, it may even require you taking a little bit less during a probation period before you step into the big stuff when you sign the deal. So that's coming out there. And if you're currently out of work, I feel a lot of you could be worried about finances, of course, and it has been a bit of a struggle. But I do see a second interview coming on in here where people absolutely love you and what you're about. Remember, there's going to be competition for every role. The job market right now is oversaturated, of course, and that 5 of Pentacles indicates you may feel that this role did not go your way, or that perhaps you're a little bit worried about the interview process. You haven't heard back from an interview, but the 5 of Pentacles reminds you what you have that others do not have, okay? This is an energy to indicate that, it's tough right now, but the 6 of Wands, you are above the competition. You'll be celebrated. Shine your light. Get in that interview process. You're in there for a reason. They love your resume, okay? Now they just need to know if they love you and the vibe that you're giving in the interview process, and you're awesome. So keep shining your light out there, because there is a big win coming on in here for you. Now, it can indicate that it doesn't start until the new year. So financially, of course, some of you are just like keeping your eye on your finances, but you're setting yourself up for a big financial win in 2026, okay? And beyond, of course. Now, for those of you who are working for yourself, there's a lot to do, okay? And I feel like you're keeping an eye on everything. You're very goal-oriented. It doesn't just stop because you've got into December. It's really hard to wind down. A lot of you are on the go, still moving here, but I feel that you may be looking at the best way to utilize your finances, either by compounding your wealth or utilizing and leveraging debt as an investment tool. And I say that because that's connected to the 5 of Pentacles there, okay? So a lot of you are learning new financial skills. Even though we are in December, this gives you a moment to pause to really reflect and see things that perhaps not readily talked about. 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth. So I just want you to be aware that some of you may be just looking into this right now, or becoming aware of structures that could benefit you financially that will help you retain at least half more of your wealth. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. But removing myself from that energy, of course, I feel with that 10 of Pentacles, this is you all in. You have responsibility, no matter who you are. You have a lot to tick off your list there, and you're fully invested. This is an energy, of course, of hard work. It means you're claiming ownership of what you need to do. You're achieving a lot. You know the order of what it is you have to get done. And I feel that, for some of you, you may be able to share the load if there's something you can't do, if you have a partner, for example, or if you have a family member who can help. But with that 10 of Pentacles, I feel like you're thinking about your legacy and your sense of purpose as you move through the month of December. Of course, Sagittarius, you're in your season, so that is going to make you think about the milestone of life, that you are entering into a new era, that you have matured a lot, learned a lot during the year of 2025. And of course, you're thinking about your legacy, basically, what you stand for, who you are, your beliefs, and, what you want more of in your life. I feel a lot of you are grateful for what you have already, but you are making space for more as you move into 2026. Now, Two of Cups, interesting conversations, getting together with people that you haven't seen for a little while, settling down to the intimacy of relationship dynamics, okay? Having that really intense conversation with a friend about something, or dissecting things of how you've been feeling over the year, or even leaning into family and having those important conversations. Your 7th house is influencing you. So for some of you, you're getting married during this period. Congratulations if that is you. You're going to have the most incredible time. I definitely see here a wonderful honeymoon there. For some of you, there is this energy of saving for, a dream honeymoon. So it could be that, you get married and then you just have the honeymoon a little bit later on because you want to go to the right place at the right time with the right money. You don't want to just flitter away your finances there. And what I see here is that if you are in a relationship with someone already, I feel like you and your partner could be having interesting talks about finances and the best way to utilize your finances to do something really bold and daring. I feel like there's some big projects or some big ideas for 2026, and you're both thinking about the long term. So I feel either it's a monumental vacation or it is some sort of successful project or move, relocation that you have on your mind. I feel there's going to be some major waves happening for you in the month of December where you solidify plans and you start to move forward, okay? Now, of course, as I was saying, 7th house is all about equality. It's about, partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, but also it is about justice, getting what you truly deserve in the situations that you're in, whether it's financial, whether it is reciprocal relationships and friendships. I feel like you're doing a bit of assessing where you're wondering, because you give your all, who gives back at this time? And your 1st house is actually going to influence you to put your own needs first, not in a selfish way, but this is your time. You're going to be thinking about your identity, about your body. You're going to be giving back to yourself, maybe even gifting yourself. This is a period where you may even sort of revamp your look or your wardrobe, buy yourself something special that is more flamboyant, more colorful, and of course, looking into what makes you unique and stand out from the crowd. A lot of soul searching during this period about who you are, what you want, and if you're unhappy with any part of your life, this is a period to, change it, but attract more good stuff into your life. Now, of course, a lot of you are going to be looking at your choices that you've made, but also the options for your future. The Lover's card indicates that you're attracting what you need right now, but now you also step into a vibration of attracting what you want. And these are two different things, but you can have what it is that you desire. Now, a lot of you with this 5 of Wands, I got to be honest with you, this is probably in and around, I would say, the 16th to the 19th. For you in particular, there could be someone who pushes your buttons, someone that you really care about, okay? So if there's a gathering, there could be someone who says something that is a little bit off kilter. This person actually really cares about you. It feels family oriented to me, or someone you consider your soul tribe. It feels with that 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, it's like they like to challenge you, or they like to say things that perhaps help you reaffirm something or stand up for something. you'll do that all by yourself. You don't need this person to give you a nudge or to put the fire under you to do something, of course. But I feel that there could be a challenging conversation with this person, but it will have a harmonious outcome. I feel this person will realize they've gone too far in what they say, and they'll reel it back. They will try to heal this, okay? But I feel like you may have to stand up and say, hey, you can't talk to me like that. Or, hey, that's none of your business. So I've just got that coming through. But it's just a minor blip for you in the month of December. Especially when you're coming at this situation with love and reciprocity, and suddenly they throw you a curveball by saying something that's a little bit out of turn, okay? Now, a lot of you, because the Lover's card initially is in the resistance position, you're separating from things that perhaps you've fallen out of love with or that you don't have an affinity with anymore. A lot of you could be cutting something out of your diet, or you could be removing things that basically cause a lot of challenge or disharmony in your body, because we have that Five of Wands. Five of Wands in the resistance position indicates that you actually resolve something. A problem is solved. So it could be something connected to a person, a friendship, or something in your working environment, or even with a neighbor. But also I feel it's something that has been a little bit of an inner battle within yourself. So I feel there is a resolving of this. Now, this could also be that you identify a substance or something that has been making you feel out of sync or off kilter, because you actually leave. I mean, these two cards will go into the upright. You leave December feeling on a high with a lot more energy. Even though you're exhausted and you've been tested, I feel there's an exhilaration of what is to come. And a lot of you, of course, there is a flurry of activity to get everything done and then take a break. Six of Wands is like, I did it. You got all your accomplishments sorted. You got all your projects, completed there. And Six of Swords is like, and now relax and have a vacation, okay? Or even a staycation. This is just the winding down and a desire to move into 2026 and hope that it is easier, a better passage towards your goals and your dreams, and that you're protected as you move forward. And of course you are. Six of Swords indicates that you are moving into something better for 2026. And of course, the unknown may bring a little bit of worry about the future, but the Six of Wands indicates you're achieving a lot right now. It may not feel like it because you had to go through a lot to get there and really make it work. You've been showing up for yourself, powering on through despite how exhausted you feel, but there are rewards that are coming here. A lot of you, this could be bonus time for you. Really have a period of like some sort of token of appreciation. And if you work for yourself, this could be a gift or a token of appreciation, or even a good review, like a 5-star review for your service or your goods or whatever it is that you do. But I feel more than anything, there's this energy where you need to address, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, there's this energy that perhaps you've been running with this whole year where you've been doing a lot, but you always feel like it's never good enough. There's always more to do, and you may feel that you've berated yourself like, oh, I could have done that extra thing, or, I should have done more. You're doing so much. Acknowledge that and have a little bit more compassion with yourself, okay? Now, with that Five of Wands, there's been a lot of challenge, but of course, there will be an energy of resolving these challenges. Great month to be able to do that. Also, I would say that if you've been going through a separation, firstly, I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love. Some of you may book yourself some sort of activity or travel independently there. And I do see some impromptu invitations coming in that help you mingle with people, is what I'm seeing there. And you actually get a lot of attention, okay? So if you've separated from someone with that Five of Pentacles, I see a lot of you like enjoying the moment of getting the attention. But I feel like you're kind of reserving your energy and saying, I'm not ready. And that's a really monumental moment of personal development and growth. You're not rushing into a new relationship. You will fall in love. There is love available to you, but you're taking your time. So that's very exciting there as well. Something that was hard won will be celebrated. We have that Eight of Wands, something that perhaps has been delayed or slow moving, suddenly gets the thumbs up from the cosmic, energy there, and you are moving ahead with greater speed. Yes, this is an energy that mid-month, things get pretty quick. There is definitely a change in your frequency in the middle of the month. So yes, I feel like you're doing what you normally do, tasks, responsibilities, you have a certain set structure, and then things take a turn in the middle of the month and you are super active, you're on the go, faster energy, faster pace, but I feel You're ready for this. Now, everything that was a little bit clunky and a gear shift, everything comes together, and there is some really good news. This could be the conversation or the email or the letter that you've been waiting for. It comes in. Six of Wands, you celebrate this. Okay, so whatever it is, it's good news there. And that Eight of Wands energy indicates that you are thinking about your financial future as well as your well-being. You're transforming your life in some way, and you're eager to experience, you know, some new things in your life. I feel also you're eager to experience what 2026 has in store because you're so over 2025. It's been a lot, okay? Because of the Wands element, I feel a lot of you have been looking at the nature of time, that time has really kind of flown by, okay? And I feel that there's a bit more of a measured energy as you move into 2026, more manageable energy there as well. Now, I would say with this maturity energy, of course, December is going to set you thinking about how you've grown, how relationships have fallen by the wayside, or you've outgrown them, or you've distanced yourself from people or situations that no longer bring you joy. This can have been a very discombobulating experience, and some of you may have felt very isolated in this because the 8 is the number of the self, and the 5 of Wands, of course, is an inner battle, but you had to make hard choices in order to protect your energy, protect your path ahead, and sometimes people are there for a reason or season, and we learn, we grow from these experiences. But you have a lot of 8s in your energy, a lot of 6s. This is number 8 in the major arcana cards there. You even have the Lover's card, which is a 6. You've got the 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. These are really positive numbers about balance, about putting your intentions forward, achieving a lot, but also coming into some sort of harmony in your life where there has been chaos or change and you've been adapting quite a lot. This is conquering something that has been a problem. So I would say for some of you on a practical level, there could be an energy here, and it is to do with energy, where some of you may have an issue with electricity or with, Wands are energy. Energy is hot, so it can be like something to do with heat. I feel that could be delayed and a bit of a challenge. So some of you, I don't like to give you this message, but this is not going to be all of you. I want you to be aware of that. So don't be worrying, okay? Because I feel that it's a small percentage. I've got 3 to 5%. You know, normally I'd just say 4, but it's 3 to 5%, which is written in the water. Maybe this is relevant. I mean, when you actually add that up, that's 8. But 3 to 5% of you may encounter some sort of boiler issues or some sort of electricity or energy issues because Wands are in the resistance position. And you may look at sourcing a different service provider going forward or do something about, you know, this issue. You will have it corrected, but it may happen really quickly under the wire and you may have to change your schedule or do something there in order to accommodate it, okay? But it could also be something that's connected to electricity. So it could be, I mean, looking at the energy, it is not a monumental job. It is not something that's going to cost you the earth. It feels very much like, I do see that you don't really see this coming. Okay, even though the sun is there, the resistance position, the 5 of Wands is like, oh, this is just worse timing. So it tells me that you were not expecting this, but also it could be a power outage. Okay, and this is going to pass. It's not going to be like super stressful, but it's a moment that you'll have to deal with. There are some practicalities going on this month. But of course, with that Strength card there, this is an energy of patience, compassion, overcoming these obstacles. And of course, it is having the courage to follow your heart and accept that you've accomplished a lot. Sometimes you don't celebrate your wins. And I would say that there is celebration here at the beginning of the month. So some of you, this could be your own celebration of your birth date, for example. Some of you may actually get something of, value this month regarding your birthday. I mean, for some of you, it's going to be financial. So it could be that someone gives you a gift card or, something of value is just having a moment with a person. So it could be that you go into a coffee store and, you're having one of those days and it's like your birthday, for example. Maybe you're still working on your birthday. It could be that you go into a coffee store and someone says, oh, hey, how you doing today? And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm great. I'm just going to have a coffee and a moment to myself because it's my birthday. So I'm treating myself. And the person who is serving you, the barista, may just say, you know what, have a coffee on me. you know, happy birthday. And it is a moment where you are acknowledged, and it's a kind human interaction, something that is necessary in this world, especially since there's a lot of chaos and a lot of people just trying to navigate their own personal story. They're not kind of like being selfish. They're just lost in their own narrative. So it can be just a moment. But I definitely see you get a gift, something of value. And for some of you, there could be a small win on a competition, because we have Six of Wands here, which is a competition energy. Okay. And I feel it's almost like if you went into a competition and there were 3 prizes, the first prize, I got to be honest with you, there's an energy here of being so close to a win, but it feels like you're a close second in it. And I mean, a lot of you, this is connected to something financial. So if you tend to play the lottery or you tend to play something, I'm not saying everyone go out there and play lottery. I feel it's something that you're already invested in that can yield a nice amount of money, a small win there. But it's not like the jackpot energy. You're hoping for the jackpot, but you don't get the jackpot. I got to be honest with you there. But if this is a creative kind of project, or you're, you know, applying for some sort of award or bursary or some sort of position, some of you, it could be you're trying to apply for a visa or passport or something, I feel like you get it. There is a win there. It feels like there's 2 wins to celebrate this month for you. One is a personal win. One is a win outside of yourself. And the other one, because it's a third, I feel it does count, of course, but it feels like you come a close second on something. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that, and you'll see it sort of manifest there. But Six of Wands is about allowing yourself to be seen, to get out there, but also it's about you stepping into a very enlightened influencer position in your life, okay? So you are taking charge, taking ownership, and making the changes that you want to see in your world. But I feel like you leave December on high, having done a lot, transforming your life, holding it all together, and then you get a moment to relax or wind down the energy and just take a pause, okay? I feel like you've been through a really testing year. You've gained greater wisdom. Things have been turbulent. You may even expect that 2026 is going to be turbulent, but you're bringing great energy and you're going to navigate any challenges that are along your way. You've got this, okay? I feel actually it's going to be just a little bit easier for you, but as you move into January, because of course of the time period financially, you may just feel a little bit like financially pinched because of that 5 of Pentacles due to spending in the previous month. So I got to call it as it is there. Now, for those of you who are in a position where you actually influence, maybe you want to be in the public eye in some way, this is a great month to be seen. Some of you may actually get an overseas opportunity, and this is going to put you in the public eye, okay? A lot of you also, there is this energy of, okay, sorry, just coming back to the person or people who are going to get some sort of position of influence or be in the public eye. Definitely see overseas travel here for you. I feel a lot of you, there is this energy of the economy, of course, not doing so good right now, and they may try to undercut you financially for this contract or whatever it is. Stand for what you believe in. Your gifts are your gifts. You're not going to lose the role or the opportunity. You may enter into a negotiation period and you're going to get a little bit more money. If you're someone who has an agent or some sort of intermediary there, they will fight on your behalf and get you just a little bit more. You're still worth more, of course, but I feel like the project can't afford it, okay? So that's it. But they want your skills, and of course, you're going to look at reciprocity. You'll get very close to what you want, but just a little bit less than exactly what you want. Got to call it as it is, okay? Now, for the rest of you, that 5 of Pentacles is an energy of looking at what is the missing ingredient in your life. For some of you, this could be a missing ingredient, like a vitamin or a mineral deficiency there that you're looking at in order to transform your energy. But the 5 of Pentacles is like, what do I lack right now that I need or want that will bring me back into balance or make me feel like I am on the precipice of change? So I feel like you are looking right now at ways to kind of like transform that, because you're all about reciprocity. I feel like you're trying to attract more abundance. I feel like you're fully invested in your family. I mean, some of you, if you run a family business or you're thinking about family business, of course, you've got to speculate to accumulate. So you've got to invest in order to bring in more money. It's going to be slow to start, I got to be honest with you, but it will pick up real quick after that, and you got to be ready for that. So a lot of you, if you're in a career right now as well, no matter what industry it is, I feel like there's going to be a flurry of activity as we start to close out the year, especially from the middle. Okay, things just get like super quick and you're going to feel really exhausted but exhilarated that you got everything done. Okay, now Six of Swords is an energy of peace of mind. It's relax. Okay, it's also about escaping the humdrum. It's about realizing you've evolved a lot this year. It's about exploring your options. Some of you, not all of you, may be thinking about moving abroad or relocating your business. This is overseas thoughts, okay? So it's like crossing water to somewhere else that you feel like you belong. So it could be that you're having these conversations right now with your family, or you may be looking at how turbulent things are in your country and looking at your finances, especially due to, some new rules and regulations that are coming in regarding finances in different countries. It can be that you're just like soul searching right now in a very practical light about where you feel like you belong. But if you're not deciding to go overseas, this is a big soul searching month about where you feel like you belong, what you're moving away from, in order to embrace more spontaneity. I feel a lot of you with this card is like trusting in the unknown. Good stuff is coming. And sometimes we worry about the future, but what will be, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. So I feel like you are becoming the master or the mistress of guiding your own ship. And I feel like you are in a position where you're at the helm and you're navigating. And I feel a lot of you want to open up to something new for 2026. I feel like you've looked at responsibility, at the schedule, a routine, and yes, structure works really well for you. It's yielded some successes, but you want more. You want to step into something that is unusual, unique, alternative. So a lot of you are exploring the alternative in your life. Now, this could be an alternative way of living, alternative place, could be alternative job, alternative beverages, alternative anything, right? Alternative friendships, relationships. I feel with that Five of Pentacles, you're looking at the alternative and you are going to discover it, and it literally sets you free. So I'm quite excited about that there as well. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now I have to be clear with that Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. A lot of you, there is an energy here of taking on a little bit more responsibility this month, but navigating it really well. I feel a lot of you are looking at stress levels, trying to lean into more mindfulness, especially since you have the Five of Wands, which is a lot of pressure. It can indicate that, you're brainstorming new things for your future. You're looking at where you are right now. You're looking at the things that didn't go well for 2025 and how you can either course correct or leave it behind as a lesson and move on from it. But there's definitely great stuff to come for you, and you will celebrate some wins here. Also, I feel this is about you having the energy to take things to the next stage. We have I am happy. As I said, the one thing right at the beginning, you just want to be happy. You just want to lean into more simplicity. You're reaching for something that is going to pacify your soul. Something real. Something like, I think I mentioned this in, oh, my guide said one more. I think I mentioned this in your All About You reading. There was something that came up about you being a wild card. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. My guides actually highlighted for me to wear this tea for you specifically for the season. And it says fearless, fierce, and fabulous. Okay. And that's you all over. Okay. You may be looking at where life has tried to chip away at your confidence or make you feel like you should put yourself into a little box of expectation, but you're breaking out of that. No more sitting in the corner. No more accepting things as they are. You're embracing your personal power. You're stepping into that first house of self-realization. And of course, it's you taking up more space, saying, I'm here. I've arrived. And what's next? What is it you're going to manifest? Because Two of Cups, Lover's card, this is an attraction energy. It's about you attracting things that you would love into your life. Things, people, situations that invest or feel they are of value to you. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about connection because you've got that Two of Cups. But it says here, I am happy. And we've got number 17 there. That's a star energy. You're wishing for more, of course. You're aligning with your energy. You're aligning your chakras as well, becoming aligned more in your body with minerals, vitamins. And, I feel like this is about being authentic and living your truth. And that is the one thing that will make you happy, of course. We've also got, I am determined. Yes, a flurry of activity. You are connecting to hive mind, so lots of brainstorming. Yes, you're going to be busy because we've got bees there as well. And of course, bees connect to community. So yes, you are going to be more sociable or have more social interactions. And of course, this is 42. This may be a number that's relevant for you, but 42, of course, is a number. When you reduce it, it's 6. So 6 could be a very relevant number for you, but I feel more than anything, it's about you coming into balance. Now, of course, during this time of year, there is a lot of pressure. Okay, a lot of pressure to succeed, a lot of pressure to push forward, to accomplish. And yes, you're very goal-oriented, but also my guides are pointing to the 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, there's an energy of longing, of struggle, of sadness, okay? And it's not about the things that you don't have, okay? This can be the people, perhaps, who are absent from your table. So there could be a lament there, and this can set you thinking and put a lot of pressure on you. And of course, there is an energy of not just sadness, but, heartbreak and difficulty and wounds there. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love if you are lamenting the loss of a person or, you are grieving. And I feel with the energy that you're going to see lots of infinity signs. This is a symbol from someone in spirit that says, I'm always with you, okay? You may even see people who've got tattoos of infinity signs, and it's just going to be everywhere for you. But also ask for something specific, and you'll be given it. This person's presence will be by your side. Even when you feel like they are absent, they are guiding you, they are protecting you, and you're going to feel their presence, okay? Also, that's probably obvious because you've got the bee card, but I'm seeing honeycomb. Okay, so this could be honey with honeycomb pieces in it, real pieces, or it could be honeycomb. It can be like a symbolic energy to be more integrated or connect to community there. But I feel ask for a specific sign and you will be aware of their presence. Okay, so I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love. This is a very tough time of year where everyone is leaning into a sparkly celebration energy. And of course, that can set us thinking about the people we hold dear and that we miss the most. Okay. And some of you also will look back on 2025 as you leaving a part of your life behind that perhaps you've grieved. Things are different. You're different. Something within you has changed. And you are aware with that 6 of Wands and that 6 of Swords, because you're doing a lot of soul searching, that you're not going back to what once was. And even you're not going back to a period where you yearn for. You're going towards something better, something greater, something more fulfilling. So don't worry about the process. Let it unfold. Navigate the best way you know how, and the best is yet to come. Okay. Now, of course, we have I am a problem solver. Yes, that came up in your energy. Big problem solving month. Anything that was delayed or you had an issue with or there was a glitch or a blip, this is going to be resolved and you get moving forward. Sometimes the maze of life is challenging. It throws things at us. But remember, things get difficult just before an upgrade in your life. 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, upgrade. This can also kind of pan out in different ways in your life, like more practical upgrades, like getting a new boiler or getting a new roof or getting a new cell phone, getting a new something to upgrade, new car, whatever it is. Some of you definitely car energy here, but this is about upgrading. And when you're upgrading life in general, that means there's some things get left behind, things that you outgrow. And I feel like you've been doing a lot of that. And finally, I am connected. Yes. 7th house connection. Okay, so this is very important, getting connected and involved, but also it's you connecting to, the oneness of life, of, getting connected to nature, to just knowing. A lot of you are going to develop your spiritual gifts during this time and have like moments with people who are close to you where suddenly you actually finish their sentence or you just know what they're thinking. So you're going to witness the power of connectedness in the month of December. And it really is a refreshing reminder that, there's a lot of good stuff going on. Yes, there's a lot of stuff shouting into the void about the negativity of what's going on in the world, but I feel like you're trying to shine a spotlight on more good things in order to have peace of mind, to manage stress levels, and of course, to do your bit to make the world a better place than when you found it. So kudos to you there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a room before we close. Oh, we've got a lot here. Okay, so we have the masks there, the tragedy and the happiness mask there. So this can be that the theater of life, you've taken the rough with the smooth this year, and there's going to be a little bit more smooth as you move into 2026. A lot of you, it's about finding joy, but also letting go of things that have been hurting you. This doesn't just have to be people or environments. It can be substances, it can be food, it can be limiting kind of repetitive habits that we commit to that make us feel low energy, low vibe. So I feel a lot of you are looking at the good and the bad, the negative and the positive there, but also a lot of you may lean in more to entertainment, get out there to the theater or to cinema, or, you know, have that kind of great escape in your mind with that Six of Swords. So it can be that you just want to break free and enjoy yourself, let your hair down. Now, we do have the Elk rune, which is all about friendship, so I'm not surprised to see that. That's your 7th house all over, but also it's about optimism, it's about movement forward, advancement, and it's very fortunate. It's like a reset energy, but it's also a groundedness energy as well. And wow, we have the gift rune. Okay, now the gift rune is all about gifting, of course, but it's about partnerships, about reciprocity, it's about love. It's about you recognizing that you are a gift, and also it is better fortune. Okay, so you got 2 really positive rune there, so that's very exciting as well. So I will leave that there, my beautiful Sagittarians. I hope you have the most glorious month indeed to end 2025 and step into all this success as you move ahead for your future. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and love and light.